as we know, always is my love. Can you go get my other phone? That's my um, not too great, so I have to have these backups because I'm like, keep it moving. And give us know that life happens, and so the purpose of the show is to the whole thing. I don't know if you guys, this young lady has a set of twins, three under three, a set of twins and a 1-year-old. You know, in the making, growing up, she's a mom, right? She's a single mom, and with also, she's the holistic club, and you can young lady through mom that east or west, not just understand this young. We were just getting into a group. You never know what you don't know until, right? Kids to be, and so, hey, this is what I went through. And the more things that we go through, the more that we're closer to our blessing. Then they just gave up because it was like, oh, we're not gonna get it. And then was this is that some happens. So hold on. Gotta love technology. Gotta love technology. Hold on. I'm gonna this. So I want to introduce to some and read to others. None of the
Can you hear me? Can everybody hear me? You are breaking up so bad. I don't know if it's my computer. Let me know, y'all. If it's my computer, let me
it's
know.
me.
Okay.
It's me. I'll be back.
Okay. Well, thank y'all so much for coming. I'm so excited about this conversation. Real women grinding. Okay. I have been grinding for a very long time. And as a mom, as she mentioned, I am a mom. I have a 3-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a soon to be 1-year-old. My son, my youngest son, will be 1 on Sunday. So I'm preparing for that. And life is just life, man. Currently, oh, well, let me start by introducing myself. She did share some things. My name is 𝒲𝑜𝓃𝒾𝓃𝑔, and I'm also known as the Holistic Health Plug. I am at the Holistic Health Plug on Instagram as well as YouTube. It's something different on Twitter, but I'm also on LinkedIn as well, as Minister Ⅎ𝑒𝒃𝓁 and Facebook as Minister Ⅎ𝒃𝓁. But yes, Janae and I met in the Mom Link. I originally connected with the Mom Link in on Clubhouse when Clubhouse was just like it's still popping, but it was brand new and all the things were happening on Clubhouse. So that is how I got connected with the Mom Link. through someone I met on there, and Janae and I met on there. So that is why we are here today, and I have the pleasure of being here on her amazing podcast, connected to all the things that she is doing. So I'm grateful for this opportunity.
Listen, we're going to try this one more time. Testing. One.
Got it. It's so much better now.
Listen, you know what? In the country, y'all know how it go. Let's just say it, y'all. If you're not from the country, then you don't know. But when you're in the country, it just don't work like the city. I'm just telling you. But I thank you, Jalisa, for taking it over. Listen, how about that? Y'all know I'm gonna go and give her kudos. Listen, she just picked up the gambler. Was like, okay, real woman grinding. I've been grinding and I'm still grinding, but let me introduce myself. So, Jalisa, I told them that you had 3 under 3. You told them that the baby's going to be turning 1 really soon. What happened prior to you coming on? Like, when we were about to get started, what literally happened? Because I want people to understand what's real.
Look, y'all know how mom life is. Kids literally know when you have your attention on other things. It's like in those moments, they need all of your attention. And my youngest had the biggest meltdown. Right before I said, okay, let me get upstairs, and he literally was like clinging to me and would not let me put him down. Mommy's gotta go. So all of them were standing at the gate crying before I came up here.
Listen, I have to tell her, I wanted her to share that because that's the realness of it all. Y'all know, y'all been hanging with me for a while. Technology is what it is. I be in airports sometimes. I be on planes. It just don't, sometimes it's just, so y'all used to that. But when real stuff happen, I need to spotlight it and feature it because that's about the grind. Like, we're mothers, we stay at home, we're doing our thing, we're working from home, or we have our own business, or even stay-at-home moms that don't even work, still got a full-time job when they're homeschooling. Then they got babies in different age groups, but this is the realness of the grind, period. Women doing big things every day. And when I say big things, every day is a big thing, because when you can manage your family day to day and you can manage the operations of your household, that's a business by itself. People understand what I'm talking about, right? And so TC is across the pond and she's over here saying hi. And that's just going back to the support of the mom link as having her being here. And it's, what time is it? It is 12 o'clock. So it's evening time, her time. She's putting everybody, she got dinner on the table right now. But that's the power of the mom link. We're here, we're committed. So I absolutely knew, like, okay, life happens. I wasn't gonna cancel the show. We're gonna keep it moving because that's what it's all about. So Jalisa, thank you for still coming. Thank you for just being who you are. No stress, no worries. This is Real Talk with Women Grind. If anything, you let it all out right here, right now. So tell us a little bit more about the holistic plug. Like, you started something and you got tagged that name, the holistic plug, but why?
Excuse my baby in the background.
We already put the disclaimer out there.
Yes. So this holistic journey really started before I even realized that this was the direction that my life was going. Because I had a lot of health issues growing up, and I feel like the Western medicine failed me in so many different ways. So I knew there had to be an alternative. I originally went to school. You go to school for the money. They tell you get into the school so you can get the job. And I originally went to school to be a pharmacist because the pharmacist. I was dual majoring in chemistry and biology, but my senior year, something was like, that's not the direction for you. And I'm like, wait a minute, I done already got these two alone. I done already, I'm in my senior year. Oh my God, like, what do you mean this is not the direction you have for me to go in? So I started doing the research on natural pharmacy, natural medicine, and I was able to find a naturopathic doctor who was literally 5 minutes away from my school. And connecting with her, sharing my story, she said, you know what? Once you finish your degree, if you decide decide to finish, come over to work with me. You can intern with me at my office. And she literally opened my eyes to a whole new world that I had no clue about. And it, the timing of it was so much of a blessing because 3 years later, my mom was diagnosed with breast cancer.
Mm.
And because of the direction I was taking my studies and who I was working with, she decided, she said, you know what? I'm not doing surgery. I'm not doing chemo. I'm not doing radiation. I want to try to do it the natural way. And she did. She changed her diet. She changed the way that she was living. And in 4 months, she was cancer free. And that literally just, I get emotional thinking about it because when you hear that cancer diagnosis, a lot of people automatically start thinking my life is over or my life is going to change drastically. Like I have to do all of these different things to even get rid of this cancer. But in 4 months, my mom's life was changed for the better because she now takes care of her health in a way that she didn't before.
Mm-mm-mm.
And I knew from that I was on the right path. So working with the naturopathic doctor, doing different things, trying different things throughout the year, and every time somebody would ask me, I'm like, here, try this, or I've tried this and I've tried that, and they're like, Jalisa, you are the plug. You got all the resources, and I'm like, oh. And after I became a board certified holistic health practitioner. That's where the HHP came from. So I became the holistic health plug.
Wow. Listen, y'all. All I can say is God is good. Now, y'all know I don't push religion on anybody, but y'all know anyone that's affiliated with me, I already know how I roll, right? So that sister right there, she know how I roll, and y'all should too. So I always say, won't he do it? Won't he do it? Because I'm gonna tell y'all, don't a lot of people don't know what's happening in the background, but I definitely can relate. And there was so y'all need to understand. So Jaleesa sent me her bio. That's I knew she was a mom, and we have chatted on about some different things, and we have some things from previous experience that I've been through that I know, like I said earlier, but also, you know, I was looking more like this is Women History Month, right? And she's all about empowering women, especially the single mom, because she has that experience. But I also learn new things too when I'm interviewing these phenomenal women. I'm in need of a holistic plug. Yes, because I was just talking to my mom last night. Like, mom, we need to have a nutritionist. Something's not right about this. So I was like, okay. And so she was like, well, yeah, you just got to. I said, okay, we have to be your own best advocate when it comes to medical. The doctors will say what they say, but then you also know, like, you got that gut feeling, like that ain't what it's no, right? And so when you said what your mom did, that's exactly what me and my mother were talking about. And so I was like, I reached out to another young lady who does whole, wellness and stuff like that. And she sent me a list. And so I was like, yes, when you said what you just said. So well, how about y'all know me and Delisa gonna have another conversation after this? But I want you guys to know that the biggest thing is like she was at the door of her senior year. At the door for her senior year. Look. Dr. D say preach, and then you want me to speak up. I got you. This is internet girl. But at the door at your senior year, student loans, and you just said that ain't my direction to go, and you pivoted. Y'all know who do that? Who do that? If it's not, what it's supposed to be, not normal, not what the norm is like, but that's what you do when you listen. And have you had any regrets from the decision you made to pivot to go? Because right after that, you happened to meet what a holistic doctor just right down the way that you didn't even know that was right there. Yeah, we can't make this stuff up. It ain't scripted. She don't get paid for this.
Not. It's definitely not. It's like the way that God orchestrates our lives. Every single detail is a part of the major masterpiece that is our lives. So every single thing that happens in our lives is a part of the bigger masterpiece picture. So it's like God looks back over my life and it's like, wow, you did that, okay? Because some of the
Definitely.
pieces didn't make sense. Some of the pieces were not beautiful in those moments. But looking back at the entire picture and my vision for what my life is gonna look like, it's amazing.
Wow, wow. That's it. That's amazing within itself. That's your whole why of why, like why you even got started in your business, your and then it just happened right on time with what happened with your mom. I don't believe in coincidences. Listen, at all. Now nor happens. I believe in divine appointment. And when things happen the way that they happen, just like you said, it was orchestrated like a blueprint. So that's amazing. It gives me chills, but it just makes me also feel so good to know. And now, how many years ago was that for you?
This was in 2013, so now that's ooh, 10 years ago.
For a decade. You heard 10 years, and she's still in the same field. And not only is she in the same field, but you also have done some more things adding to what you already have, right? So we talked about, I know I want to talk about the mom and what you're doing and empowering them and your organization. And one of the things that I was reading, you have a vision for what it is that you want to do, what it is that you want to incorporate. So let's talk about that. Tell us a little bit more.
Yes. So I recently became a single mom, and I say I became a single mom by circumstance. For me, getting married, I didn't expect to, or I didn't plan or expect to be a single mom. It was not what I wanted, but I realized that my health, my safety, and the health and the safety of my children was more important than having a family together or like having a two parent household. That's what I grew up with, but there was a lot of dysfunction in that. I learned to function in dysfunction, and that's what I married into. But I had to make a decision. This is not what I'm going to continue my life to be. I was not going to settle for dysfunction. I was not going to settle for abuse. I was not going to continue to settle for less than what I deserve. And making a very hard decision because, like you mentioned, I was a stay at home mom. I was building my business, but having three little kids, it was only but so much I had the capacity to do within the environment that I was in.
Mhm.
Not until I made a decision to get out, I could see clearly to see, okay, God, this is what you have for me to do. This is what
Mhm.
I'm capable of because I didn't believe in myself. I had
Mhm.
completely lost myself. I was this close to losing my mind
Mhm. Yes.
because there was one point in time where I was just, you know what, I was completely checked out and I said, maybe my children will be better off if I was not here.
Mhm.
And thinking that now, looking back to see where I was in that dark place, in that pit, to now be where I am in a short amount of time, because this was not too long ago. It was not even a year ago. But that's because of the things that I've been able to implement as a holistic health practitioner, as someone who stayed connected to community. Like I literally fought to get out of bed some days, but I'm like, I have to stay connected to people who are going to pour into me, people who are going to encourage me, people who are going to see past my smile and say this, are you
Mhm.
okay?
Yes.
Because you get into a lot of spaces and places where people don't really pay attention. You could smile and, you know, show up, but there were those people that could see in my face like, sis, I know you're not okay. And it's okay not to be okay. So
Mhm.
having that support system, having those resources, and being able to climb out of that pit and actually be put by my support system, I said, you know what? All women, especially for me, because I became a single mom by circumstance, need this support system. Because
Yes.
in a matter of a day, I became the person that was responsible for three little children on my own. And I had no clue how I
Mm-mm.
was going to do it. And some days I still don't.
That part.
But by
That
the
part.
grace of God, by my
Mhm.
support system, by just all of the resources and tools that I have access to, I've been able to continue to survive, and not just survive, but thrive. So now I want to reach back to other single moms to let them know you don't have to do it alone. You don't have to do it alone. We're not meant to do life alone. Trying to be a single mom to fulfill all these roles of the accountant, the clean, the person that is responsible for cleaning up, taking care of the kids, doing the doctor's appointments, running errands, doing all of these things. You are only one person.
That's it.
You can only do but so much before you burn out and your body breaks down. So it's vital to ask for help. It's vital to find support in community so that you're not doing those things on your own.
Girl, you gotta preach. Look, preach and speak and speak. Because listen, I know that you're helping some people that's out there right now who feel the same exact way, which is why we do real talk. Real talk. Like we can showcase the fluff, y'all see that all the time. Everybody on social media, hey, all that great good stuff. Because I'm gonna just be honest. One of the things they talk about as a business owner, they be like in social media marketing, don't be putting your drama out there in them streets, like, or don't be putting, anything negative that people can see. Always be positive. But how many of y'all know if you don't watch the replay that I'm sorry. From me personally, when I see nothing but happy, 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 good, 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 fake, 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 fake. Like, ain't nobody, pardon my improper English, but just to have conversations or real talk, life happens. Life happens, but it is really what you do when life do happen to you, whether or not you decide to sink or swim, fall down, stay down, get up, and keep moving. It's totally up to you, but it's not always gonna be peaches and cream. And life unexpectedly gonna throw those some twists, some turns, which you had already forecasted a great plan, and then what just happened? Life. What life? What you do to me? I threw you a monkey wrench. What you gonna do about it? But again, she got thrown that curveball. She said, all right, I gotta do what I gotta do. I got 3 little people that's dependent on me. But yes, do negative thoughts come into our play? Does it come into our mind? Do it want to get us down? Those self-sabotaging beliefs get into our head. Maybe they'll be better off without me. I've been there, to be transparent and be honest. And I know some of you have been there too. But we are here to say that success leaves clues always. And with everyone's success story, as I started out, as you're closer to your blessing, you're going to find out that the monkey wrenches are going to come from the left, the right, on top, on the bottom, because you're getting close to your breakthrough. And it's because you're getting so close to your breakthrough, it don't want you to get through. It wants you to lay down. It wants you to be like, this is too hard. It wants you to be like Napoleon Hill, the individuals who were 5 feet from goal and not reached your point. And then for have somebody else come in and collect the money and do all, and then do the work. What that look like? No. So this young lady over a decade started out her journey. She pivoted from being senior in pharmaceutical school to just be like, no, I'm going to do something different. And he is 10 years later, was married, living at home, from home, doing her thing, and got thrown the monkey wrench. Now she's solo, but still going with purpose. But now she has enhanced that purpose because of what has happened in her life. Because of her experience, she has said, I have something that I know that can help anyone. But in women in particular, for me, this is what my journey was about. And I don't want no other woman to go through what I went through. It does take a tribe. It does take a community, because it's going to be them days where you're going to be self-doubting. There's going to be them days where you're going to be like, it's hard. But when you have the great women around you, that's going to be like, girl, yeah, honey, that's what happened to me, child. Let me tell you, but I got you. That's just amazing. You just can't do that with everybody, because everybody don't have the same mind. You got some people be like, girl, you might need to go get a job, because that's what they do. And not knocking 9 to 5. Don't get it wrong. Don't get it twisted. I believe that everybody should have a plan A, but I also believe you should have a plan A, B, C, D. Because as y'all know, in the 2 years of the pandemic, everybody got life handed to them, right?
Mhm.
Got life handed to them. And people are making decisions from those 2 years that's making them, look at things differently, period.
Mhm.
And so hence you did what you gotta do, and you're doing what you need to do to continue. But now it just seems to be getting even better when life happens. Isn't that good? When it gets
Yes,
better.
yes, and that's one of my affirmations that I say every day. The better it gets, the better it gets. Because
I love it.
what we focus on, what we say, what we envision, that's what happens. That's what
Mm,
life brings us. Because if you're thinking negative, thinking like, oh, okay, something bad happened to me, so something is going to continue to happen bad to you, that's what's going to happen. So I've made a decision. Like, listen, yes, the situation happened. It wasn't the ideal situation, but I'm gonna make the best out of it. Okay, I'm gonna make the best out of it. I'm going, okay, take these lemons. I'm gonna make me some lemon candy. I'm gonna make me some lemonade. I'm gonna make me some lemon meringue. I'm gonna make me some lemon pie. I'm gonna do all of that with these lemons, okay? Because
that's it.
I'm not gonna allow any situations to take me down. Because somebody told me, they say you've overcome every single one of your hardest days. You've been 100% successful at overcoming all of your hard days. So I tell myself, you can do hard things. You've been doing hard things, so you can continue to do hard things and overcome. Okay, so listen.
Yeah. That's it, girl. That's it. What you think is what you get. And hey, what you say, have the good stuff. It's only gonna get better. It's only gonna get better. It's only gonna get better one day at a time, one situation at a time, one step at a time. I think so many people focus on, the obstacles. You said it earlier, like, oh my, I got this diagnosis. Oh, my life is over. Da 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 da. X, Y, and Z. But then when you flip the script and say, okay, I got you. Now let me go ahead and make some changes that's going to not only make my life better, but it's going to make me better inside and outside. All right, let me get on this Get Fit Fine program. All right, I got you. Boom, let's do it. You right? I'm going to be on that cover of that magazine. Just, turning it all around when things happen. People who get diagnosed with diabetes, like, oh my gosh, I can't. And it runs rampant in my family, so I can speak on it.
Mhm.
But when they feel like, they can't eat, they can do certain things, da da da. And even my daughter was like, "Why do people get diabetes?" I said, "Ma, it's a life choice. It's a life change. You have to make the choice, the conscious decision to make some changes in your lifestyle to be better." Mommy was on the border. Mommy had to make some lifestyle changes to do something different to where I didn't have to go across that border and be type A, type B, whatever. So I just tell her to keep in your mind, whatever you do as you're growing up, you might have to make some changes, some lifestyle changes for the better for you, not for anybody else, but simply for you. Not because it's a trend, but again, simply for you. Dr. D says this, and I love this comment. She says, let me put it up here. She says, if your eyes are open, you have the ability and opportunity to change.
Yeah, I love
Absolutely.
that.
Love it, love it, love it. So as we're getting ready to come to our closing, y'all know this is good conversation. Good conversation. So listen, I totally thank you for being just real, because that's what it's all about. Again, I said we can always do the fluff, but then we need people to understand the realness behind that. Life do happen and things are challenging and babies do cry. And you know what I mean? It's just one of them things. But then we can still come out smelling like roses, looking like roses, all pretty. My Gloria, y'all, they know my little Glow. That's my baby. She's like, oh my goodness, mommy, her hair is so pretty. I love it. I said, absolutely. She comes up at queendom. That's what we talking about, right? So we don't have to look like what we going through or what we've been through.
Okay.
Seriously. No. So when they tell you get up, brush your teeth, do your hair, it does something different to you no matter if the lights cut off. I'm sorry. Got candles. Been there, done that. No matter what's going on in your life, you sometimes have to do the little things to pick you up. And when you have a community, when you have a tribe, when you have someone like Jalisa that's there to be like, girl, you don't need no, what you no, girl, just go brush your teeth. Just get out of the bed and just go brush your teeth. Actually, matter of fact, just get in the shower and just change your clothes. We doing good if we can just do the simple things. But then when you have a tribe that's gonna tell you to do those little simple things and not focus on the big things, just one day, one step at a time, and that's what it's all about. So, last thing for you as we're going out the door, I'm gonna give you a Minister Jalisa Ⅎ𝑒𝓃, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So I have to add that in there to y'all. We got she got them initials behind everything too, but in the front we're gonna put Minister Jalisa Ⅎ𝑒𝓃 too. That's one of her. She's a kingdompreneur. And I don't shy away from you, and neither does she. So if you get down with the get down, you already know. If that ain't your jam, then she ain't who you want. She's not who you want to be with, right? But Minister Jalisa Ⅎ𝑒𝓃 has a kingdompreneur. She has a program in which she is committed to in helping other women like her, like myself, who are single women, to be able to know that you are not alone on your journey. Not even if you're not even in entrepreneurship, but just in life itself. You're not alone. When you have to go through a divorce, when you have children and you don't know where the rent check gonna come from, where the mortgage check gonna come from, how you gonna pay the bills, then they're done that. Where the food is gonna come from. Just know that you have people like Mr. Jalisa Ⅎ𝑒𝓃 that's putting together programs specifically to let you know we got you, that you're not by yourself. And a lot of people, I'm just gonna be real about this too. Not everybody like, oh, I don't think I believe in the church like that. She ain't the church, she a woman. She's a woman of God. She ain't got no building around her. Her body, is her temple. All you gotta do is be in the presence where two are gathered. There shall he be also, no matter where you guys are at. So Jalisa, tell us about your program. Tell us how they can get in contact you, how they can connect with you, anyone who is in that same situation that needs to be a part of your community.
Yes, ma'am. So one of the big things that I'm launching is called She's Ready Society. It's for single women that desire to, get ready for love again after a divorce or major transitions in their lives, because I desire love again. I'm going through a divorce, but I know that I'm not giving up on love. So I'm helping women to prepare to get back out there so that, it's not over, okay? Just because you have kids, because I thought that at one point, who's gonna want me because I have kids? No, it's time to focus on you, pour into you, put you first so that you can give from your overflow and not from what's in your cup, because that's for you. So preparing you for the life that you desire and deserve is what we're doing in She's Ready Society. I also have a free 5-day forgiveness challenge, because forgiveness was a major part of my healing journey. Okay. If I was want to continue to hold on to those things, they say unforgiveness is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. So you're killing yourself by holding on to unforgiveness. So that's why I'm doing the 5-day forgiveness challenge. I have my book. The title of my book is It's All in Me, My Journey to Freedom and Living Abundantly. It's a self-help book as well as a memoir of my life, of the framework that God gave me to continue to overcome, that I've used to this day to continue to overcome the things that come my way. So all of that can be found on my website, www.jalisahardy.com. All of that and some other things. I have a accountability and co-working community, so many things. So definitely connect with me. I just want people to experience the love that I have experienced from God through me. So I'm pouring out love, and I just want you all to know, whether you're listening live or you're listening to the replay, that I love you. You are loved, and you are worthy of love.
Awesome. I'm putting it in now, everybody, on the different chats, www.jalisahardy.com, so that you can go and see everything that she's all about, her community, what she has going on. And y'all hear her. You hear her words, you feel her desire, you heard her story, and the story is still in the making, right? Absolutely. But we already know what the end game is, the end goal, and we're not holding on trying to figure it out at all. And that's just showing right now real time what the journey is like going through, right? Come on now, somebody. So if you are going through, right, or even if you've been through, can you know the value you can add to someone who is going through? It's just like
Absolutely.
writing them books, 10 Distinctions Between a Millionaire and the Middle Class. ℚ𝒾𝓃 Smith, love that book because he talks about the millionaires and the billionaires. And he said, why y'all gotta try to go and reinvent the wheel? He's like, books, history, it repeats itself. He said, that's why we go through things. But he said, but you don't reinvent the wheel when somebody already was successful in doing it. Why don't you just follow the tips and the clues that they didn't done already? I was like, that makes so much sense. But we sometimes do not think like that. So when you have someone who has been there, who got the receipts, who got the certificate, who got the PhD behind all the things they have done in life, it just will make a little bit of sense just to like fellowship and get together and connect with those individuals and see if it's a good fit and see if it works. You know, so many times people will be like, oh, that person didn't work for me, da da da. You know what? But that doesn't mean that it doesn't work.
Exactly.
You came across the wrong person, y'all didn't vibe the same way. If we all vibe the same way, will we be having the world that we have today? Now we'll be really singing around together. Kumbaya, my Lord, kumbaya. We'll all be happy, happy, roses, roses, but we not. So life is going to happen. You're not going to always connect with the right people, but that doesn't mean give up on what is happening. You keep going for what you know. If your why, your passion, your drive is strong, nothing, absolutely nothing is going to hold you down. Jalisa, what's your parting words? Any parting words before we get up out of here?
Just know it's not meant for you to do life alone. You can literally accelerate your life, your healing, everything about you by partnering and getting into community spaces with people. Because, like I said, we're not meant to do life alone.
That part. So you guys, y'all know what we do, and we do it always. We like likes, we like hearts, and we like shares because what is it, Gloria? Sharing is what? Gloria, what's sharing?
It's caring.
Sharing is caring. Sharing is caring, right?
Yes.
With that said, you guys, share this with someone that you may know, because if it doesn't apply to you, it might apply to someone else. So just go ahead and click that share button. It don't cost you a dime. It don't cost you a thing. Go ahead and look at Jalisa's site, www.jalisa.ℎ𝒃𝓁.com. I'm putting it also on Facebook. Oh, thanks. You love her too. See, look, listen, look, girl. I gotta put this comment up.
Hey, thank you.
Look at him. That's my cousin, y'all. So go to her site, see what she's all about. You know, I'm always talking about support Black-owned businesses. It's great. This is Women's History Month. We featured 4 wonderful ladies this month, as we do every month. But to me, every day is Mother's Day. Every day is Women's History Month because we are and it's not prideful, but we are the ones that make life happen.
Absolutely.
You know, because of how we are built in our bodies, that life exists, not without man, we got you, but we are the mothers. And so hence, I always say support all women, all aspects, no matter what, just because of where we are today in this world and what we have to offer to the world. I'm just saying, you guys, if you're in a position to do so, Jaleesa, help me out with this. Raise your hand in the air. Now raise them like you just don't care. Yee! Party people everywhere. Say yeah.
Yeah.
Now stop. Make an X in front of you. Okay, I'm gonna bring this out so y'all can see us. Back it up. Back it up. Make an X like so. Now we want you to take your right hand, put it on your left shoulder. Take your left hand, put it on your right shoulder. Now squeeze yourself. Y'all consider yourself and love, because we love you and there's nothing, we mean nothing you can do but simply love us back. So if no one has told you on this thankful Thursday that you are loved, guess what we just did? We just told you love, because you never know what someone is going through, and the little things are simply saying, hey girl, hey sis, hey bro, I love you. Might take them off guard. They might be like, what's wrong with you? But still, Just get it out. And then the virtual hugs. You don't necessarily have to be in someone's physical presence to send them some hugs. It's the little things that truly count. So guess what? We love you. We sent you a hug.
Yeah.
It's Thursday. Just take the time out just to truly smell the roses. And if your rose is looking a little sour, or they looking a little dead, go hunt for some other different kind of roses. You gotta hunt it. You got this out there though. Smell it, make it fresh, and do your thing. All right. With that being said, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for taking the time out of your busy schedule to join us. So sorry for the delay. We truly appreciate it. Mr. Jalisa Hardy, thank you so much for coming on in, looking like a queen despite life happening. Baby boy gonna be like, mommy, mommy, mommy. But we got you. We got you. All right, you guys take
Yeah.
care. See you same time, same channel, same bad time, same channel next week. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you, Janae.
Thanks, hon. I think it might want to end. Maybe.